This is a big fat man of 600 gene. One slipped and fell to the ground. Fortunately, it was a rear fall, or May will be miserable. He fell because he had lost his sense of direction and balance. This makes things more complicated. The old problem has not been solved. There are new symptoms. House learned from the fat man's discharge report. His appetite has been lost recently. What would cause coma? Fever and anorexia. House suspected trypanosomiasis because fat people eat everything, most likely from food. Need to take cerebrospinal fluid to test. Fat people don't like it. You're gonna put a hole in my head? Mei Ching was right, because if it's trypanosomiasis, if we don't get treatment, it'll infect your heart, your esophagus, your intestines. Not until me has finished. The fat man was so frightened that he said yes. Then they drill through the fat man's head to get the cerebrospinal fluid but I didn't expect half of it. The fat man suddenly lost his sight. He struggled in horror. Fortunately, the head is firmly fixed. The doctor gave him a quick sedative. There was no accident. Checked. His optic nerves and retinas are intact. No trypanosoma was found in the cerebrospinal fluid. All previous assumptions have been refuted. The diagnosis is back to square one. House could only go on guessing. If something goes wrong with your eyes, it could also be a complication of diabetes. So May came to the ward to test the fat man, see if it's obesity-induced diabetes. But fat people don't cooperate. Just flip the potion over. Little May's helplessness. Only House to ask for help. House wasn't used to him. Pick up the bottle and force the fat man into the solution. The fat man fought back. The two were in the process of pulling. House found the fat man's hands were covered with pimples. There was a sudden inference in House's mind. He asked his assistant to x-ray the fat man's hands. The bronchi and sputum cells were examined. The final conclusion corroborated House's inference. The fat man has small cell lung cancer. It produces paraneoplastic syndrome, which leads to blindness and coma. And the cancer has metastasized to the lymph nodes. There's no cure. A few months, tops, facing this kind of ending, said the fat man. I never smoke. Yeah, a guy who never smoked got lung cancer. Life is just like that. No one knows which comes first, tomorrow or accident. So take care of the moment.